Hello and welcome back to the Pasta Podcast, where we talk about nothing but pasta. Today we will not be talking about pasta. Today we will be discussing who we believe we could beat in battle. And this is part 2. So, Part 2! How you doing, Olivia?
I'm part 2 and I'm so excited to do part 2. I've been thinking about it all day, all night, all week, all morning. But how you doing,
Yeah.
Gigi?
I'm doing great. We got the drinks that we weren't supposed to get at the cafe.
Yeah, no, we got drinks. They was the restaurant was closed, but she was like, "I'll make you the drinks anyway," and it was nice.
Yeah, because she
Like,
loves us more than other people. So, we still paid, though. So,
yeah, because we're good people.
yeah. All
Support the
right.
small local businesses.
Do you want to start off with the rest of the people on your list, or should I start on mine?
Um, you start. You start. Yeah, you.
Okay. So the first people I have on our list are our customers, just in general.
Yeah.
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 How would you attack a customer?
Um, a gun. No, wait, we said we couldn't have weapons, huh?
Yeah, no weapons. Hand to hand
Um,
combat.
um,
See,
honestly, I could,
I think that the counter could really be their downfall, like if we're at concessions, because that like granite is very hard. If you hit your head against that, that would be very easy. So you could
mm,
just like grab across the counter, reach for their head, grab them by the hairs, and then just like slam them into the table.
yeah. But what if they were bald?
Then you use both hands to grip the sweaty meatball on their head, and then you bring it down,
Yeah.
and then you kiss the back of their head because they've been through a lot. They're bald and they were attacked by you. That's two things that have happened to them.
Yeah. I do think that we could beat the customers.
You do.
Mhm.
How would you do it if we were at like box office though? Because there's like a I don't remember what that plastic is called. You know, the
Um,
plastic
there's just
shield around
glass
box
in the
office.
way, yeah. Um, I would grab their arm, pull it through the hole, and it would dislocate their arm. Yeah.
That would be so painful. What the fuck?
It would beat them, wouldn't it?
They reach their hand in there one too many times, and you get too angry because they don't have to
Yeah.
reach their whole hand in there, but they reach the whole hand in there. You take it, you grab it, dislocate their arm, and they don't know your name, so you're allowed to run. So they're like, "Well, who did this to you?" And they're like, "I don't know, one of the workers." It's like, "All right, well, we've got like 50 of them,
um,
so
yeah,
we think we
so
could beat them."
yeah, easy. All right.
All right,
Squidward.
Squidward.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking like normal Squidward? Are we talking handsome Squidward? Or are we
Not
talking
normal Squidward.
cellulite?
No, average Squidward.
Average Squidward. I could take him. He's got a lot of arms and legs, so he could use that to his advantage, but he also, I don't think that squids or octopuses, I don't know what he is. I don't think that they have muscle. So, even if I was like SpongeBob or Patrick size, I think I could take him.
Octopus arms work in a similar way to an elephant's trunk, a snail's foot, and your tongue, known as muscular hydrostats. These structures consist almost entirely of densely packed muscles. So they do have muscles. And they are very strong.
Wow, that's
So I
crazy.
don't think I could beat Squidward.
I mean,
I think
obviously,
he's friendly.
if we were the size that we are right now, we could take him because he's squid. But if we were like down in the water with all the other sea creatures, and we were also a sea creature, but human. I don't know. Um, then I guess that we couldn't because we'd be about the same size.
I don't. Yeah, I guess if he was small, no. But if he was like the same size as us, I no. Because I don't think
Yeah.
I could beat a squid or an octopus anyway. Because they're very like suctiony and they can strangle you. They're very strong. They can bite you, which is nasty.
Do they have teeth in order to bite
No, but
you?
they got like a beak.
Oh, well,
Yeah. So I don't.
I don't
I
know.
I don't think I could take them, and I wouldn't want to.
I think if you get it in a position, you could beat it to a pulp. But
I don't think I could beat him unarmed. I don't think I could. I think I'd need like a weapon of some sort.
okay,
I'm glad you
whatever you
agree.
think.
Okay, moving on.
Okay. The next person on my list is our coworkers. Like any of them.
I
And
don't think I
like
would.
there's like I wouldn't fight them. Like physically fight them. I don't think I would verbally fight them either. um but like if you had to fight any of them, I think that I could take like only a couple. I don't think I could take on a lot of them
All of
cuz
them
a
at
lot of
once.
them are
No.
a lot stronger. Well,
Yeah.
not all of them at once, but like individually thinking about the people that we work with. I think I could take a couple of them, but I wouldn't be able to take the majority of the people we have there
I
cuz
honestly don't think I could.
cuz I'm a bigger person, but I'm average height and I'm not super strong. So, I think that would
I
be my
don't think.
downfall.
Well, because I don't know. I feel like a lot of them are very quick, very nimble,
Yeah.
and I'm not very nimble.
Yeah. I've got very slow reflexes sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
We need a weapon.
yeah. Okay.
Then we can send them
Well,
off. All right. Um, Harrison Ford.
I are we talking about Glory Days Harrison Ford or are we talking about are we
We're
talking
talking
about
about him
current
now.
him
Now.
now?
Him
He's
now.
so I love the man, but he's so feeble. In like every interview I see him in recently, he is so feeble. He acts like a scared little old man sometimes. Not scared, but like a weak little old man. And um I mean, one push and it's over. That's the reason that this Indiana Jones movie had to be his last because he was like, I want to do all my own stunts. And they were like, you're like in your 70s. You can't do that. You're going to break a hip. And they were like, so what? And then I think he did I think he did hurt himself, but they still filmed the rest of it. I don't remember
Um,
what happened.
I think I could easily take him. All you have to
Yeah.
do is eat something with hot sauce earlier in that day and blow it in his face, and he would faint. He would be out cold.
That's so specific. And wait, okay. So we could beat him easily, modern Harrison Ford. But what about like Glory Days, height of popularity, first Indiana Jones movie, Han Solo, that Harrison Ford? Do you think we could beat him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was just as fimble as he is now than he was then.
I mean, he doesn't like. I don't think that. Obviously, I haven't seen the originals yet, so I haven't seen Han Solo in action. But in the Indiana Jones movies, he's like not super strong looking, and he's not very like he does the majority of his things with like guns and whips and stuff. That doesn't take it takes a lot of athleticism to theoretically pull yourself up with a whip, but that's like completely different skill set. You just have to have like strong shoulders or something. Um, so, and then, he shoots people, which is realistic. It's realistic. If this was happening in real life, they wouldn't be murdering people in just like weird ways. But I don't know. Maybe we could. Maybe I could. I don't know how
Um,
you feel.
well, the thing is, I was thinking is in the originals, it's like Indiana Jones. He relies heavily on like shooting and guns, whereas like Luke and stuff is doing like the more like because he's a Jedi, so he's doing more of the physical stuff. But all Han Solo does is like stand there and shoot his blaster. So I think
Yeah,
weaponless, yeah, he'd be super easy to take because he relies too much on shooting things and whipping
yeah,
things.
cause then he wouldn't have his whip. So I guess we're also saying that we could beat Indiana Jones in a fight. Although he did have dysentery that first movie filming. That's why he shot that guy because he was like, "Why don't I just shoot him? I'm in pain. I'm not gonna do all these stunts."
That is a good
So
scene.
so he's got a strong stomach, but I think that we could still beat him.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Moving on.
All right. So taking a delve from my last one, our coworkers. This doesn't really have anything to do with it. Um, but the next one on my list is Jared Leto. Do you think we could take him? I think that I could take him, and I would really like to punch him in the face. He's got a punchable face. Like
I
despite all the
honestly
things that he's done, got a punchable face.
I honestly don't think so. I feel like he
Why
knows
not?
self-defense pretty well. I don't know. I feel like he just knows like he's good at that, you know? Like he's probably like done some weird jujitsu classes. Like, he played the Joker. He's
Yeah,
got to be weird.
I saw him in that one weird laughing scene that I assume is at the end of the movie. That is a powerful man.
Yeah, to say he's the worst Joker would in fact be a popular opinion. So, I'm just going to say I think the guy's a maniac. I don't think I could beat him in a fight and I wouldn't want to.
I think that I could take him. I genuinely think I could take him. He seems kind of like I don't um you know the girl Haley that we follow on YouTube. I don't remember her last name right now, but she did a couple videos with Jared Leto. So I know like about his like body and build and stuff. And he's like pretty like I assume he's a little bit more athletic than her currently, but current Jared Leto is like the same ish height and build as her. And I think that she's like kind of tall. So it could again go through the legs, kick him. He goes into the wall and he goes, "What the hell is happening?" And in that time that he's thinking, "What the hell is happening?" you're beating him in the face with your fists. So I think that I could do it. I think that you could do it, actually. I think that you could do it. I would believe in you.
Maybe if I had training.
All right, well, I'm putting beat on the list. So I will beat him. I will beat him up. And I will
Oh,
win.
you're writing down whether you'd beat him or not? I'm not.
Oh, I'm writing it down because when I was editing yesterday, I was writing down like beat lose on based on what we were talking about. So I thought that I was just do it now.
Mm. Okay, ready for the next one?
Yeah,
Um, Barbie.
like like Barbie doll Barbie or like Margot Robbie Bobby Babu.
Um, let's just say Barbie doll Barbie, but pretend that she's like our size.
Um, I could take her. She doesn't. She doesn't have very like a lot of them don't have very posable limbs anymore. So if I took her arm, her plastic arm, that's the same size as mine, but her plastic arm, and I just like bent it the wrong way, then that would probably hurt. So then I could snap off her arms and she would only be able to kick. Except every time that she kicked, she would not have arms in order to balance herself with, so she'd fall down.
You do make a valid point. But all in all, she is a martial arts master because I used to have a doll with her that had like martial art robes. Like she was wearing a gi. And so I don't think so because she seems like the plastic would hurt when she hits you, you know?
Well, you just gotta let her not let her hit you. I think it actually
Well,
really depends on whether or not she's got posable arms. Because if she does, then she has the mobility to hit you. But if she's posed in like that pose that a lot of Barbie dolls are, where it's like her arm is usually straight down and her like hand is on her hip on the other side, then it would be harder for her to lift her arm all the way and then move her body in order to hit you. So
you
it
see,
depends on who's faster, I think.
I don't think it would matter. I think no matter how her arms were placed, she would still hurt. And plus, she's very versatile because she's very experienced with all the jobs she has. Um, she's got to keep them in count. You know, she's like, I can't deal with this right now. I got to get to my next job. It's at 5, and I'm beating this guy up at 4:30. I don't have time for this. So she hits the guy and then moves on. You know, like I don't think she's busy. She's got stuff to do. She
So
can't.
so the reason that you think that we can't be Barbie is because she's too busy beating up other people. So she just slaps him in the face and she moves on to the next person, and you think that the reason you won't be Barbie is because she's going to do that to you, even though you're a human being who is faster and can run and not just like walk one leg at a time.
She has a jet and a car.
She has to get into the car, Olivia.
No, I don't think I could. She's
I think
Barbie.
that you could. I think that we could. But I will concede to you because if she does hit you, that is gonna hurt.
All right.
So my next one, Father Christmas.
No way could we beat him. Are you kidding?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Gigi,
I
you're being
put him
too
on
bold.
here just because I really wanna take his sack from him. Not in that way. I want to take his sack of gifts. When he's like doing his thing, he takes out the presents. He puts them under the tree, but there's still presents in there. And while he's like arranging the presents, I sneak up behind him and I grab his sack that's filled with presents, and then I go, "Hey Santa!" and then I hit him over the head. And then now he's knocked out and unconscious. So,
But
and we
he'd
all
also
know that
be
when Santa dies, you have the opportunity to become Santa because of the classic movie.
the
Why can't I
Santa
think of the name?
Claus.
The Santa Claus. So when you kill Santa, you can become Santa. So I just put on the suit, and now I'm Santa, and nobody cares that I murdered someone. So I think I could take him,
You
but he
can't
could
judge
also hit me with them.
you can't judge if you can take somebody based off if Tim Allen can take somebody. That's that's not how that works.
Okay,
I
but
think
Tim Allen didn't actually kill him. He just scared him. He was on the roof and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And Santa was stupid and he was like, "Ah!" and he fell off the roof and somehow he died from that. It was like I'm not saying you can't die from like a 20-foot drop, but like how did he die from a 20-foot drop? He's got like all that padding. Anyways, so
um well I think that he would just he hits hard, you know? And with no weapons, with nothing, he probably has a very strong stance. He probably, he's old, extremely old. I doubt that he's like very fragile because of how old he is. You know, like I feel like if he can keep going for that long, nothing's stopping him. And plus, he does guide reindeer. He is in charge of elves, which is a lot. And plus, he has 364 days out of the year to be training for this.
As if he knows that one Christmas night, I am going to decide I want to kill Santa Claus like Danny Gonzalez did, and then just murder him all of a sudden. But I will say to you that if we are going like no weapons, no clothes, I will be too terrified of naked Santa in order to proceed with the fight. So, um,
Naked Santa.
so I think that that actually could be the one way that I would be like 100% he's beating me if he's completely naked
Um,
or like in tighty whities. That would be awful.
I don't. Yeah, I no.
Next one,
Florence Pugh.
I would never hurt Mother.
After seeing her in Don't Worry, Darling, I could definitely not beat her.
Yeah, I mean spoilers obviously, but she murdered Harry Styles.
Yeah.
He's not that tough of a guy to go up against. I will admit I don't think that he's that tough of a guy to go up against, but um
Not in that movie, he's not.
yeah. Um but she still did that and she still got out. So,
Hmm.
takes a lot of strength. So I don't think so.
Yeah. No, me neither. I
All
don't think
right.
we could beat her.
Well,
But we decided that pretty fast.
next on my list is Jojo Siwa. And I will say the reason that she's on this list is for two reasons. A, because you two used to follow her each other on your old account on Twitter, and two, I had found out that she talked about the Colleen Ballinger situation, and she like kind of implied the victims were lying. So I was a little bit angry at her. So I kind of want to beat her up now.
I can't believe
Yeah,
that.
I know, but also it does have to be known that she met Colleen when she was like 14 or 15. So she could be just, believing her abuser because she wants to. Anyways, I don't think I could take her in a fight necessarily, but I would want to beat her up. But the reason I
Yeah.
don't think I could take her in a fight is because she has been dancing for years, so she's probably got a lot more mobility than I do. I don't have that much. So, she's
Um,
got more rage with her legs.
yeah, I could not beat her purely because I feel like she's incredibly strong. I feel like she's built, you know?
You know what? She actually it I don't remember. I think it was around the time that she had come out. Um but I do remember seeing photos of her and being like, she's actually very broad-shouldered and like muscly, and like it was like kind of surprising to see at the time, I think. I don't know if she's still like that, but I do think that she's pretty strong. I mean, dancing is like a workout. So, especially when you're doing it professionally. So, you've got to be toned enough to do all like the lifts and stuff.
Well, and also take into account she's tall.
Yeah, but it could
She's
be
like
her downfall.
she's like 5'11".
She is.
Mm-hmm. I
It's
think
very
so.
tall.
I know. And it's like not tall enough to be like lanky, but it's tall enough where you're like, that's tall. You know?
Yeah,
Maybe she's like 5'10" or something, I don't remember. But still, my point still stands.
yeah. Still 5 to 6 7 inches taller than both of us.
She's 5'9". So she's not
Oh.
5'10", she's 5'9". Still.
Well, 4 inches does still make a difference. Every inch matters, Olivia.
Um,
I don't
I
think
feel
that
like
we
we
could.
could I feel like we could get a few punches in, but I don't think we could beat her overall.
Yeah, I think if we were like in like a petty cat fight or something, that we could get a couple like licks in. But I don't think we're walking out of it like completely unscathed. And if
No.
we're in an actual like a boxing ring or something, we're not gonna get that many hits on her.
No. Definitely not. All right.
So
We fail. We don't win. All
next
right.
one,
Willem Dafoe. Um,
Padre.
I just want to say one thing. Um, no, I don't think I could.
That's the one thing that you want to say.
Have you seen that man? He's insane. I could not take that.
The thing is every time I see him, I don't know why he looks both sickly and also extremely athletic, like at the same time. I mean, okay, listen, I'm pretty sure that I could land a couple punches based off of that video. But here's the thing: if he laughed at me like that after I punched him like 3 times in the fucking face, I would just be like, okay, you know what? You win. I don't know how you had no reaction. I don't know how that happened, but maybe I'm just weak.
Well, and also,
I think he would let me punch him in order to laugh in my face.
like, he's just crazy. Like, I think if you let that man loose, you could not stop him.
Loose.
Yeah.
He's not a house dog.
He's almost like one.
A house dog. I meant to say house cat. Oh well.
No, I do not think I could beat Willem Dafoe.
Okay. Well, my next one. Similar type of build, I think. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No.
No to what? Similar type of build, or you think that you couldn't beat him?
No, I could not beat him. I can't. He's the
You don't think that
Terminator.
you could be governor of California?
Former governor.
No, he's still the governor.
He never quit.
I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna vote for him every single time that there's an election in California. I'm gonna be like
Write him in.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. Um,
I no.
I think that tumor that he had in Kindergarten Cop, I think that's gonna come back to bite him in the ass as I'm punching him. So, I think I could. Did you hear
Once
that? I
again,
made a ref.
you are way too bold.
I'm just joking.
It's
I don't
Arnold.
look at his build, Olivia. His muscles are like the size of my hand. Like 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 if I made a ball, this is as big as a ball I can make. It's about the size of my head. That means that the size of my head, like the base of my head, is about as big as one of his muscles on his shoulder. Do you know how hard he would punch me? He would just punch me just like pew. I just punched the microphone. Did you hear it? He would touch me like that. And and I would die. And I would die. I wouldn't even be like severely injured. I would be dead. He would
You know
kill
what
me.
happened? We
He would
would
lay his hand on me and I would die.
we would go to punch him, and then as we punch him, we shatter into like a million little bits. That's what would happen.
Yes, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
That
What's
man is
gonna
rock
happen? It's
solid.
gonna happen. We're gonna beat him. That's how we die.
Okay,
So
ready for next one?
I am ready.
That was awfully a quick decision. Um, Nick Cage.
Okay. So here's the thing. I love the unbearable weight of massive talent. He is great in that. You
They
do
get
have
to
your pillow out now. I
For
think
the
that I
audio
could.
listeners, I have a pillow of Nicolas Cage. Audio listeners, we only have audio listeners. Um, I'm used to watching Chuckle Sandwich. Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. I love that movie. He's great in it. He is one of the best men of all time. One of the best people on the earth. Um, but I think that I could beat him. But I don't. I wouldn't want to. But I think that I could beat him based on the fact that he. I I feel like I would catch him monologuing. You know. I feel
Yeah.
like he's been acting for so long. He would get a couple good blows on me and he would be like, "It ain't easy. It ain't easy fighting me, is it?" And then he would just keep going and I would just like have the opportunity to like sweep his legs and then punch him in the face and I think that it would be really easy for me to get the upper hand because of his acting. But
So
also, I
you
do think that he does like some of his stunts. So, he probably is stronger than me. But I think his acting would be his downfall.
I feel like to win you'd have to be stealthy with it.
You know me. I'm a very stealthy person.
No, you are not. Here
I'm
you coming a mile away.
I'm well known for being stealthy. I don't know how you don't know that. Actually, I do because I'm stealthy about being stealthy. You didn't know this.
I didn't know this.
All right,
Okay,
next person.
next person.
Um, Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing. I do think that I could like physically beat him. But I think that mentally I would never be able to because he is kind of terrifying to me. Like I love him, but he's also kind of terrifying. And he also said some weird stuff about I think like Emma Stone or something. It was kind of weird. It's like you're like 30 years older, but whatever. Um anyways, um he scares me. I don't know what he's up to these days, but he scares me a little. And I think that that would make me too terrified to even attempt to fight him. But I do think I would be able to, but I don't think I would have the strength to emotionally.
Um, I feel like current Jim Carrey's kind of like um I don't know how to say this, like fake enlightened. Like he pretends he's enlightened. So I feel like he would be so caught up in the fact that he holds himself on such a higher ground that you would be able to take him off guard and take him down from that, you know?
So I would be able to catch him monologuing about being enlightened.
No, I feel like he would be too distracted to even know you were coming.
Oh. Yeah, he'd be like praying to a god that he made up and not like an actual religion's god, not that type of like, oh, god made up, you know. I think that he would make up like that he's god in his head and he would be praying to himself and then I would just come up from behind and like, I don't know, push him
No,
off a
kick his
cliff.
knees in. Yeah.
Become Liv Taylor.
Yeah. Kick his
Um
knees in.
so we think that we could beat him.
Yeah, we could.
All right. Well, it's your
I'm
turn.
gonna actually remove my next one because I don't actually think we stand a chance against him. Um,
I want to hear.
it was Palpatine. But
Oh.
seeing as though only one person is really allowed to kill him, I wouldn't want to take that away from Anakin. So, um,
Yeah. Okay.
anyways, David Tennant.
I would never kill father. I would never hurt him. But I do think that I would be able to, and I think that's mainly just because I don't know. He's
Very lanky.
he's getting on a little. He is like in his 50s. He doesn't look like he's in his 50s to be honest, but he's getting on. He's always been a lanky guy.
Yeah.
Always been skinny. So They make very many references to that in Doctor Who.
Well, I feel like he'd just be easy to take.
Yeah,
And plus, he's British. Even easier. Not British,
yeah.
Scottish. Even easier.
Scottish.
Even easier.
It
Although the
doesn't
Scottish
feel real to me
people,
that he's Scottish.
well, Scottish people are known for kind of being like big, strong people, but he's not at all.
Yeah, he actually makes more sense as a British person in that sense.
And that's why he does what he do.
That's why they were like, you don't have to do a British accent. He was like, no, I want to.
He's like, I'm better at doing the British accent than my own accent.
Yeah. There is that episode that he pretends to do a Scottish accent, and it's like so painfully bad. And I don't know how he does it. I wouldn't be able to do a very bad American accent.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next one is Will Smith. And you know why I put it on the list? Because of the slap.
He's got
Do you
a
think he
gnarly
could?
set.
But but Chris Rock was still standing after it. So,
Yeah.
and
But
also he laughed it off and was like, "Hey, Will Smith slapped me."
he did get Chris
So
rocked.
he rocked his world.
Um,
That's all I have to say about that.
if that slap is all he has, then yeah, sure. I could slap
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could. I think if we're in a slapping round, I could probably slap him. But I think that, or like if we're in a punching ground, I think I could punch him. But I don't think I could slap him to submission. You know
Um,
what I mean? Like slapping someone until they're like, okay, I concede, no more, white flag, you know? That's what I meant.
um, yeah, I think we could. I think we could. I think we could slap him to the point where he would be like, no, no more, no more. You know,
Yeah. I think so.
kick his knees in.
Folding chair. It
The folding
returns.
thing. Okay. So, do you think we could beat him?
I think that we could.
Okay. Next one, Victoria Justice.
I'm so sorry to like Victoria Justice, but I would punch Tori Vegas in a heartbeat. Like
Oh
I would
yeah,
I would punch her so fast. I would win because she was skinny and also didn't have any visible muscles, so I would win.
she was also just a bad fighter in general.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like,
Doesn't
I
like
mean,
Jade slap her or something.
I feel like she got into fights and like she would always like just cat fight and it wouldn't end up very well, you know?
Yeah, I feel like I can see her with like her hand on her face, being like, "Ow, that hurt," and
Yeah.
not like fighting back. So I don't think that she would fight back. I don't know about Victoria Justice, but I don't think it would be that much more different. Although, of course, I'm not saying that Victoria Justice is an awful person. I'm just
Well,
saying that I think built wise, I don't think that it would be that much more different. Although she has matured because she's aged.
what was her name? Shelby Marks? Shelby Max? The
Who?
fighting episode in iCarly?
Oh, I don't know.
The Victoria Justice, she played like this like MMA fighter and she like had a match against Carly.
I do remember that, but I don't remember what her name was. But it was something like that, I think.
And then Carly won out of pure luck.
Yeah.
That was great.
I know
Good
that episode always like threw me through a loop because like the first time I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, it's like it's over for Carly. She's so strong. But the next couple times I watched it, I was like, but that's Victoria Justice. You can't make her look hard. I'm sorry, you
Yeah.
can't. There is no way to make her look hard. She's just not a hard person. Like she can be strong. There's nothing wrong with her being strong, but she doesn't have an intimidating look The only thing that was intimidating about her was like the little, the mouth guard that they put on people when they like box, which everybody has when they box
Mhm.
because that's a standard of like safety. So I think that and like the RBF of the moment was the only thing that was making her look hard for those scenes.
Yeah.
So
So we
I
could
think that
take
we
her.
could beat her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could take her.
All right. Next one.
All right. So my next one is Mamma Mia star Pierce Brosnan.
No.
No,
No.
I don't know. He's got
He's a beautiful man.
the only thing I know about him is that he's a beautiful man and he's very tan. That is actually the only information I have about him. I saw him in Mamma Mia. That is like the only series I saw him in. Olivia
He's in
lost her
Black
microphone
Adam.
weapon again. Oh right, he is. Yeah, he's Mr. Man.
Dr. Fate.
Close enough. I was gonna say Mr. Fate, but then I was like, no, wasn't that somebody else?
Mr. Man. Um,
Uh,
no.
you don't think so?
No.
Do you think that I could
Um,
take him?
no. And I also wouldn't want to. Because he's beautiful.
Sure. Okay, I'll put loose. So, who's your next one?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
I would never fight her.
I also think she could win.
She could win. I think that like her build is very like skinnier, but I also do think that she's pretty strong.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would be able to win. And also I would be too nervous to fight her in the first place because she's so beautiful and I would never do anything to hurt her. And I think that in that moment I would be like, she's skinny. I don't think that she wants to fight me for real. And then she would punch me in the face and it would hurt really bad. And then I would be like, oh shit, I'm
Yeah.
done for.
I feel like she holds her own pretty well. You know?
Yeah. I would never want to fight Mother.
Okay. So we lose for that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Um, Orlando Bloom.
Um Honestly, like he's really intimidating in Lord of the Rings, which is funny because he's blonde.
The only reason you think he's not intimidating is because he's blonde.
um but no, honestly, cuz like him in Pirates of the Caribbean and him in Lord of the Rings combined, those are two really tough characters. I don't think so.
See, I think that if I had put like Keira Knightley, which I was thinking about it, but if I had put Keira Knightley on this list, then I would have been like, absolutely not. She holds her own way too well for her to be. Because like in Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm way more scared of her than I was of Will. Like it's
No, you're
insane.
right.
Like she's the pirate king. So you
Yeah.
gotta a little. Um but I don't know. I did see that photo of Orlando Bloom naked, so I think I could take him because I've seen it already. So it wouldn't phase me. The only thing that would phase him is like, oh, this is happening. And then I would be
Um
like, pow. I would say it out loud. I wouldn't actually punch him. I would say pow, and then he would be really confused, and then I would punch him.
I feel like if you caught him off guard, you could definitely beat him up.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that I think that this is gonna have to be one of those sneaky ones.
Yeah. Okay, you ready for next one?
Yes.
Moses.
The man who parted the Red Sea?
Yes.
Or is that the man who herds the sheep? Or is that the man who goes on the boat?
It's no, that's Noah. The man who herded the sheep is literally Jesus, Gigi.
Mo- Moses's ark. um.
Moses is the guy who got the Ten Commandments,
Well, okay. Here's the thing.
I think.
Um. The Ten Commandments are basic, like life rules. They're not like, oh my god, I never would have thought about this. So, that's not that big of a deal to me. Um, Parting the Red Sea, I do that every month. Um, he he doesn't phase me. I don't think. I mean, he would be like, "I talked to Jesus," and I would be like, "I don't care." So
Um, I
I'd
don't
be like, I
know.
literally died before and came back to life. So I'm closer to Jesus than you are. So,
Well, I don't think it's him and Jesus weren't around at the same time.
yeah, but he doesn't he talk to God?
He talks to God, but not to Jesus. I think that Jesus is after him.
But isn't God and Jesus like the same person? I
Well,
think that was a thing, right? Like
kind
they were the
of.
same
Yeah,
person, but
no,
also
you're onto
Jesus was his
something.
son.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
anyway,
like Jesus was God's son, and while Jesus was alive, he embodied God. I'm not gonna get into that right now. My point
does that mean
being,
that I could be embodying God right now and nobody would know?
well, if you follow Hinduism, we're all embodying God.
Olivia, I am the 42nd coming of Jesus.
Um,
Counts for something.
I'm gonna change the subject and say no, I don't think I could beat Moses because seeing as though he was at a different time than I was, that required a lot more um tolling skills that he could easily beat me in a fight because he was probably so much more well-rounded than I.
But here's the thing. If he was in our time, I think we could easily beat him because he would be too confused about everything going on.
Yeah.
If we
No,
were
yeah.
in his time, we would be a little bit less confused, but still like kind of like, like assuming that like Moses is real and all that stuff. We'd be like, "Whoa, he actually did part the Red Sea and stuff." We would be a little taken aback even though we knew it was going to happen. So,
Yeah.
I think it really depends on the setting.
It goes either way, yeah. Okay. Hmm.
So, could go either way.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just gonna let you know right now. I know I can beat this person. Adam Sandler.
Oh, easily.
It's so easy. I just wanted to put him on the list because I was like looking for like funny celebrities I could put on this list, and I was like, oh my god, Adam Sandler. That would be
Yeah.
so funny
It
because
would be really funny.
he's not intimidating at all.
It would be funny to see us tag team him. Wouldn't that be funny? Like,
Yeah,
all of a sudden, like, we just pile on top of him and we take him down.
yeah. The thing is that I see Adam Sandler in movies a lot, like shouting, and he's never even intimidating in those moments. So I think Adam Sandler is one of the few celebrities that like I don't think any of us would be intimidated by. It's one
Yeah.
of those Nick Cage moments where you wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, it's a celebrity." It's like, "Oh, it's Nick Cage." Except
Yeah.
I would actually act like that now because I really love Nick Cage. But I would be like, "Oh, it's Adam Sandler. He's here."
Julius Caesar.
Um I don't think that I could beat him because the way that people beat him in the first place was by stabbing him, and this is without weapons. So I don't know. He he was a skinny guy, but based off of that one statue, he was pretty muscular.
Well, I think he was a built guy because to be a king, you kind of have to be. You have to be able to defend yourself, especially during the ancient Rome. But also, yeah, you're right. To beat him, they had to stab him over 30 times, which is a lot of times to get somebody to die, and they're just not dying. So,
Especially with
I
all the diseases that must have been on that knife or
I
knives.
know. And so also the fact that like kings back in the day, like they back in the day, ancient Rome, you know, they had to like prove
Back
their
in my
power.
time.
They had to like prove their power and stuff. So I don't think we could. Like I think he was pretty well trained.
Yeah, I mean, he like princes are usually like usually like commanding like armies and stuff.
Yeah.
So they have to be able to like make sure they're good enough, which means they have to like spar with each other and stuff. So he is strong. So I don't think I could beat Julius Caesar.
No.
I don't believe so. I
All
do not
right.
believe it to be true.
Next one.
I'm on my second to last person before the grand finale. Um, Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I could beat him, but also the thing is that he's so like he seems like such a nice guy. I wouldn't really want to, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, I get that.
I wouldn't want to
But
hurt his feelings.
also like it just he's so I'm so heavy and he's so skinny. I feel like a punch would do the trick.
Yeah, you
A
could
punch
just
in the
like.
gut.
I mean,
We can
also
out
like
fashion him.
obviously like I think every single person on these lists is older than us. So with a lot of these actors and like celebrities, we're just we're going to be able to beat them because they're getting older and we are still getting into our youth. We're still in our youth.
We're
So
getting younger.
we have Benjamin Button disease. We're aging backwards. We're at the height of our
Oh,
life right now.
yeah, Ben Stiller's super easy.
Yeah. All right. What's your next one?
Okay, my next one is a twist here. This is my last one, by the way. Um, Ray Kroc. Do you know who that is?
I do not.
It's the CEO, or no, it's not the CEO. It's the founder of McDonald's.
I was really hoping you were going to say the founder of the Crocs.
um, no, he founded McDonald's.
Oh,
And
that sucks.
based on you don't know what his appearance is, you don't know what he looks like, you don't know how he looked. I don't know if he's dead. But just based off his name and his claim to fame, do you think you could beat him?
I think no, and here's my thing. Um I don't know why, but I have this strong inkling that he was like a skinny athletic guy because a lot of the people that own like fast food restaurants are skinny rich white people. And a lot of the men that own things are like, athletic or on the athletic side. So, I don't know. I would have to know a little bit more about him to say. So I think that he could maybe baby
Yeah, I
because I
mean,
do eat at McDonald's and I kind of doubt he eats at his own fast food place or ate.
um,
If he's dead,
yeah,
I could beat his dead body.
I don't know what he really looks like, so I don't honestly think I could because he's got all this knowledge with him on how to start a company. So I feel like that translates over to like other things, you know, and like you got more life skills.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna pick up things along the way that'll be
So
like helpful. So all right, well my
give us your
last
last
one,
one.
my last one before the grand finale, a classic, um, uh, an Italian, which I know they're your favorite. Uh, Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Anybody could be him.
I mean, here's my thing. I love him. Like I'm sure he's done terrible things because he's like around that age where it's like, okay, you're famous and you're old. You've done something wrong to somebody, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but like I kind of love him, um, and he's just an iconic kind of guy, and he he's just very, I don't know. I don't think I would want to beat him up, but I think that if I had to, it would be a pretty even fight because he's kind of short and pudgy, and I am kind of short and pudgy. So I think that it would just be like hitting each other back and forth, and it would just kind of even out. And I think that it could go either way.
Yeah.
And at the end, I would say thank you for this opportunity and shake his hand, and then give him a little kiss on the cheek,
I
and
would
say you're a beautiful man and you always have been.
I would come in behind him when he's bent over and kick him on his butt so he tumbles forward.
You're so mean. I can't
I
believe
would
you would
be
do
like,
that to Pesci.
screw you, Joe Pesci.
Is this just because he's Italian?
You know what I would do? I would eat spaghetti with a spork and he would curl over because he's Italian.
I mean, for the longest time, I didn't know how to I didn't know how to spin my spaghetti with a fork
Yeah.
without like a spoon or something. But then
Uh,
also, I don't understand people who use a spoon because you can just do it on your plate. Like, if you're gonna do it, just do it on your plate. Don't
yeah.
don't dirty another dish.
Um,
Anyways,
I do have an idea for how we can end this out. And we can
okay.
try it or we could do just regular like talk through it. I you see, I downloaded um an app on my phone. Um you knew this app, you played it well. Um
Temple Run.
I say whoever wins this simple run wins. And we can record our screen and we can
Original.
post it on Twitter after this airs.
That means that we're gonna have to not do over 2 minutes. I have to download Temple Run for this. You're making me work. You think that I just have Temple Run downloaded on my phone?
I had to download it. That's why I was on my phone so much at the beginning. That's why you saw me looking down.
It is very easy to re-download because I'm connected to Wi-Fi and I've downloaded it before. So
And this is also good because
it
we
adds
have
another
no
element.
upgrades. We have no like nothing.
All right. Well, I'm ready. I hope I remember how to play this. I do know how to play this. I just hope I'm
Do you
still
want to do
good.
a speed? Do you want to just run through it first so we remember everything just once?
Um,
Because we haven't
tilt
played this
to
in years.
tilt to sway, and then up to jump, down to slide.
Yeah.
I believe. I believe so. All right. You tell
All
me
right.
when you're gonna tap it.
You
Count
get
of
a
three.
screen record?
I am screen recording already.
Okay. I'm gonna start mine. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Ready? Go.
Ready.
Swipe to turn. Oh
Oh,
my
I
god.
forgot that it was gonna give us a tutorial.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh my god, Gigi, this is so sensitive.
No, it's not. You're fine.
I'm so
Chill.
nervous right now. I haven't played this game in years.
See, I'm just having the time of my life. I am doing the best I've ever done.
Not the rocks. Gigi, not the
Oh, I could
rocks.
have. Oh, I died. I died.
No. Wait.
Yo, I
No.
could have watched an ad to continue. Would you have killed me?
Okay. Um, let's
I have to
see.
watch this ad before I see my score. By the way, sorry. Episode really wants me to
I
download.
have to watch the ad too. Don't worry. Cat.
All right, I'm on my I'm
Attack.
on my score. I will screenshot it, even though I'm screen recording. I think I think we say our score at the same time,
Yeah.
or Do you want to go
No,
first?
you go
Because we're
first.
not going to be able
You
to
go
hear each
first
other.
because you died. I think we died at the same time. You go first.
Okay, my score is 29, 290,395.
290,395. Yeah, yours is more than me. I'm 115,936.
Well, I guess that settles it.
Okay,
I mean, okay, wait, here's the
stop
thing.
screen
How
recording.
it says distance. How far was your distance?
My distance was 2,083 miles.
Oh, so mine is 1,898.
So I
So,
got a bigger distance than you, but I didn't get that many coins because I
how many
wasn't really
coins
paying
did you
attention
get?
to coins. I got 390.
Oh, I got 437. I guess we figured out where the points came from.
So, do you want to do it based off distance?
Well, I think based off of everything, given the fact that my score and coins are bigger
So
than
we'd
yours and your
probably be a draw.
distance,
We'd probably draw.
I mm, okay, so here's the thing is that you said today at work after I had jokingly been like, okay, maybe I can't be Batman. You said, "No, I think that you actually could be Batman actually, Gigi." And you said in that episode that you could not be Batman. So if I can be Batman and you can't be Batman,
I said that. I don't remember saying that.
well, I remember you saying it
You're putting words
because
in my mouth.
because I
Should
thought
we
about
do
it
it?
like an hour after you said it, and I went, "That is going to be good."
Um, do you want to do it one more time? And this time we only do it based off distance because now we know.
Okay, I
You
start
want that to
screen
be our
recording
trial
again.
run?
Yeah, I think that when you press run again, it's gonna immediately start you though. So be
Okay, so I'll
careful.
start screen recording now.
Okay, you tell me when you're gonna
Okay,
press it.
I'm pressing it now.
Okay.
No, I died.
Oh.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, add. Cat. Taka. Etika.
Nobody will understand the Taka,
Kita.
but I will. But I will.
Okay. I'm stopping screen recording. Uh, what was your distance?
2,436.
Okay, mine was 3,879.
I mean, I got a bigger score and more coins than you,
Yeah,
or whatever.
so you beat me on the score, but I beat you on the distance. So we'll call it
Yeah.
a draw,
Okay.
but I win.
No, that's not how draws work. I don't think you know how draws work, especially given the fact that, if
It's a
anything,
draw.
it's a
It's a
draw, but
draw
I win because you said that I could be
because I
Batman and
make you
you
feel
can't.
better. I don't want you're a sore loser and you know it.
Yeah, because I said to you almost like the second to last time that we worked together, I said, I'm a sore loser. That's why I can't play board games. But
Okay.
you and I both know that I beat you in the temple run the first round. So I don't know.
Nobody will know now because I deleted the video. Okay. Thank you for being pasta lovers, pasta fam. We love you very much. We hope you have a good night, a good week, and we'll see you next time. Stay hungry.
Stay hungry.
Stay pasta delicious.